Okay, so this summer I was a marketing intern for two different departments at JCDecaux, so it's the leader of out-of-home advertising. I worked for 1 month with the One World Marketing Insight team, and then for another month in the UK airport team in marketing and communications, so they focus on Heathrow and Edinburgh airports. In One World I was working with the Insight team. Responsibilities involved making presentations for clients and research projects. In the airport department I worked for the marketing team and undertook insights and communications work. This involved creating decks with consumer data research done by JCDecaux or using YouGov. In terms of connections with my modules, I believe that it had strong connections with my modules Understanding Management and International Business Strategy. These two modules gave me a strong background knowledge on how these companies function, the overall understanding of what organizational culture, structure, how the financial, environmental, social, and commercial concerns and issues that come up with developing an international strategy, for example. And that was really interesting for me during my internship at JCDecaux. So I could understand the struggle and the benefits of having an international strategy. In terms of connections with skills that I learned in BAS related modules or other modules at UCL, I feel like BAS modules are quite teamwork based, and so that taught me a lot about teamwork and also networking, which is really important, especially if you're doing an internship, because you want to make the best impression that you can and get the most out of your internship. So I feel like these modules helped me with that. They taught me how to communicate professionally, how to find the right questions to ask, how to be curious, and how to engage with other teachers as much as they can. I also feel like the marketing and psychology I took helped me understand consumer behavior research more, because there was quite a lot of research that I needed to use in presentations and just to generally know about to be able to work for JCDecaux. And having basics in psychology, I believe, did help, because I would understand the correlations better and find new ones by linking my internship with what I learned in psychology and marketing. So JCDecaux is an out-of-home advertising company. So it's the market leader in the UK and is present in more than 80 countries and 4,333 cities. So it is an international organization. JCDecaux is #1 in street furniture, in transport, and in airport advertising. And its main competitors in the UK are Clear Channel, Exterior, which you can see in some of the tubes, and Prime Sites. In terms of who regulates the organization, the corporate auditors are PwC. If not, JCDecaux is under the regulations of the Advertising Standards Authority as an advertising company, obviously, and the airport department also needs to comply to rules and regulations imposed by Heathrow. So JCDecaux originated in France and is now present in over 80 countries, as I mentioned before. As a media owner, often clients want to use JCDecaux out-of-home advertising spaces in more than one country or city, which is why the One World division was created. And the point is to enable centralized planning and booking and international coordination. JCDecaux makes profit by selling advertising space. More profits are made when the organization can deal straight with the clients or the advertisers instead of using media agencies, as a bigger budget will then be allocated to out-of-home advertising specifically, because media agencies will obviously split the budgets given by the clients or the advertisers into different formats that they believe is best for what they're trying to sell. In terms of the impact of the external environment, I would say that Brexit, for example, I talked to my boss about it, and he was saying that for now it has affected the brand economically sort of positively, because since the pound dropped, more people were buying advertising space, so that was good for them. However, JCDecaux UK is affected by the growth and the decrease of the pound rate, so as media spend will corroborate this growth or decline too. I would say that the organizational culture was quite open. I thought people were open to new ideas and always out to help each other. My superiors would definitely take the time to teach me new skills. For example, the data analyst in One World that gave me Excel work so I could learn. My manager in One World gave me a presentation on the use of digital out-of-home advertising and its impact and what they found, which is new research, which was really interesting. and the director of marketing in the airport took his time to explain to me how the media industry works, how it evolved over time, and there was a focus on profit for airport, but less in One World, because I felt like it's relatively new, and airport is the biggest profit-making department in JCDecaux UK as well, so they would concentrate more on profit, whilst the international division were just trying to get bookings and to show that it was easier to go through them than directly through the street furniture or the airport departments in specific countries. JCDecaux offers some classes through this sort of event that they call Growth, and you can sign up and you can learn how to do presentations, how to use Excel, how to be better at using internet and computers, so digital workshops and talks on how you can be more confident speaker, a better manager, and I thought that was really useful. I thought, however, that it was quite hierarchical, and talking with my colleagues I realized the career prospects within the company were quite minim and the turnover was really high. So highs, I very much appreciated being given the responsibility in task by creating PowerPoints, my own PowerPoint decks in both departments, showing them to my colleagues, discovering the full potential and use of Excel. The lows, I would say that a lot of tasks could be done more efficiently through digitalization, such as, for example, I had to reformat PowerPoint presentation, thousands of them, because they had rebranded their brand, and that I felt could be digitalized and could be used, like the person could be used much more efficiently in the work. I realized I really like the media industry. It's a sector that I'm interested in, as it combines research, data, and creativity, which is what I'm trying to combine in arts and sciences as well. I understood how an international company works in practice because I studied that during the year, but now I could actually see how it worked and how the challenges could be overcome, or how it was even more positive or not. I also learned Excel, how to use Excel efficiently, which was amazing. And personally, for my personal development, to be more ambitious, to continue being curious, this curiosity, I saw that they really appreciated, because I learned much more than I expected as well by asking them so many questions, and people love talking about what they do, so you do learn much more by communicating.